Okay, hello. So, welcome back to another part of how to create a house in Revit. So, I think in this part, I'm gonna put some furniture, and yeah, I think I'm gonna put some furniture in our house, and I think that's pretty much it. But before doing that, in the last episode, we were doing some roofs. I think we were doing some ceiling roofs, and I did add some posts and beams at the porch right here and the deck at the back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But for the last episode, I forgot to add something very important to the roofs. I didn't add some uh, fascia board and gutters into our roofs. So I think in this episode, I'm gonna do it right now. I think I'm gonna do it in this episode. I'm gonna do it right now. Um, So yeah, I'm in my 3D view. If you guys are not in your 3D view, you can click into this house right here. It will take you to the 3D view, or you can click into this plus and then double click into this view. It will also take you to the 3D view. So for our fascia board, I'm gonna go to the roof command under this arrow right here. I'm gonna click this arrow and I will find the fascia board right here. And it says here 1 by 12. I think 1 by 12 is a little bit too big. In fact, I'm going to test it out. Uh, it is, yeah, it's a little bit too big. So I think I'm going to change it into a different kind of fascia board. So I'm going to hit edit type right here. And I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to name it maybe 1 by 10. And I'm going to change the profile into fascia flat 1 by 10. And over the materials, I'm gonna change the material. So click into this one and find a fascia materials. So I don't know what's a good fascia materials. I think it's gonna be plastic, and I'm gonna use this laminate ivory matte right here. Check this part. Hit OK. And let me see if the white is gonna look good on our fascia board. I think it's not gonna look good because our asphalt shingle is a little bit dark and black kind of thing. So I'm gonna change another materials. So let's find plastic again. But this time I'm gonna duplicate this material and or maybe I can find laminate black right here. So I can find here and load it into our project. So in case you don't see this library right here, it's gonna be like this. You guys can click into this arrow right here so it loads the material library for you guys to click. I'm gonna use that laminate black and I'm gonna hit this check mark and I'm gonna hit OK and OK again. And then from now, I'm just gonna click around the top edge of the roof to add our fascia board. And I'm gonna do it for all the side of the roofs. Okay, so that roof is done. I'm gonna go to this front roof right here. Just gonna do it one by one. And I'm gonna move to this roof right here. This one right here. Right here. And that is pretty much it. And I'm gonna hit escape 2 times to get out of the command or cancel the command. And the next part, I'm gonna add some gutters. So under the roof command, under this arrow, you guys can find this gutter command. I'm gonna click it, and I am gonna use this gutter bevel 5 by 5, 5 inches, 5 by 5 inches, and I'm gonna change the materials into laminate black also, and I'm gonna hit OK. So for the vertical profile offset right here, I'm gonna go -2 inches. And I'm just gonna click the outer edge off our fascia. So since I click the -2 inches, it's gonna move -2 inches. It's gonna move down 2 inches from where I click. It's just a preference. You guys can just make it like right along the edge, but I want it to be like down by 2 inches. I'm gonna do all the part where the water is gonna drain down. Here also. Here. 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 And I think that's it at the front. I'm gonna go to the back. And here. And I'm gonna hit escape 2 times to go out of the command, and we just added our fascia board and our gutters. Now I can get to the part where I put our furniture. So I'm gonna go to our ground floor plan. So I'm gonna put some furniture in the ground floor plan. So you guys can put like whatever furniture you guys want. It depends on the function of each and every rooms. So at first I'm gonna turn on this thin line command so I can see all the lines better. Okay, so the first room I'm gonna pick is probably gonna be this room right here. So this is our home office area. So I'm gonna put maybe a chair, a desk, and maybe a few bookshelves or cabinets into it. In order to put furniture, you guys can go to our component right here, and there's a desk. I think I'm gonna go with a bigger desk, so 72 by 36, and it's gonna be like this. And you guys can hit your spacebar, not spacebar, but spacebar key to flip around. So I'm gonna hit maybe this part right here, and I'm gonna hit maybe like this one to find chair. So there's no chair in this template. We can always load more family or more furniture by hitting this load family button. And under the English Imperial US, I can find furniture, and I can find seating, and I can find maybe chair task, chair viper, chair task arm, maybe this one. I like this one. I'm gonna hit open, and I'm gonna hit spacebar to rotate it in the middle of the home office, and I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. And I want to see what the office look like with this chair and table from the 3D kind of view. So I'm gonna go 3D, and if you guys spin around, you guys can see that our table is not in the right direction. So what I can do is I can click the table, and I can, sorry, my mouse is malfunctioning, but you can click the table and you can hit spacebar 2 times so it flips, and then you guys can move it back. I'm gonna move it back here first, and I'm gonna hit the middle, and I'm gonna move it here. Okay, so you guys can check the 3D view again, and this time it is in the correct place. And I might move these 2 closer to the window, so I will hit my control key and click. My mouse is malfunctioning again, don't mind it, but I'll hit my control key and click these 2 objects, and I will move them closer to the window, maybe here. Okay, I like that. So now I want to put some maybe like a shelf, a bookshelf or something like that. So I'll go to architecture component, and there's no bookshelves here. So I will load family. So under furniture, you guys can click outside like this. I was in seating, right? So what I did is I click outside, and I will find storage, and I will find, maybe my mouse is malfunctioning, but maybe I'll find shelving, sideboard, wardrobe. Maybe I like this one. So I'll hit open, and I will find a longer one, maybe this one, maybe a little bit too long. I can edit type and duplicate, and the width is 8 foot, so I'm gonna make it maybe 7 foot. So 7 foot is 84 inches. So width is 84 inches. Apply, okay. And I'm gonna hit spacebar to rotate it, to move it about here. And I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. And now, very nice and simple, we got our home office. And maybe I want to put an armchair here as well, but I'm not so sure. You guys can always put more things to it. I want to see what it looks like from the inside, from this view, not like the outside, like what we did right here. So what I can do is I can click the arrow next to the house, and I'm gonna hit camera view from ground floor 5'6". I'm gonna click this edge right here, and I'm gonna zoom out and click outside this part. And I kind of see the area in the home office, but I can always like click and drag these buttons so I can see the whole thing. But I only need this part right here, maybe here. And I can always turn to shaded so I can see the color of what's going on in here. So we have windows, very nice and bright, and have a spacious space for our home office. So here is our pantry. You guys can always add like some shelves to that pantry, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. The next part is important because this is our kitchen. So this is our kitchen space right here. I think I'm gonna add some kitchen space, not kitchen space, but kitchen kitchen equipment. So what I'm gonna add is that I'm gonna add some base cabinet. So I'm gonna go to component, load family, and I'm gonna click this drop down right here. I'm gonna find US, and I'm gonna find casework, and I'm gonna find wall cabinet, not wall cabinet, but base cabinet. So I am going to find base cabinet, double door, 2 drawers, this one. Oh, my bad, my mouse was malfunctioning again, but I'll find this double door, 2 drawers, and I'll hit open. And I will click this drop down, and I like this 30 inches, so I'm gonna click this space bar to spin it around so it can snap to the wall right here. One right there, one right there, and I'll change this one into a 48 inches. I'll hit space bar to spin it around again, and I'll hit this thing to choose 24 inches, and I'll hit the space bar to spin around again until I snap into this part, and I will hit space bar to spin around right here, and I will choose 48 inches, and I hit space bar to spin around again, and I will try to snap it right here, and I will change to 24 inches again, and I will hit spacebar again. Keep hitting spacebar until it turns to your right way, but as you can see that the cursor is facing this wall, so I want it to be at this wall, and I will hit escape 2 times. So now we just got our base cabinets. I just want to see what it looks like, so I'm going to go to this arrow right here, click into it. My mouse is malfunctioning, but you're supposed to click here and hit camera, and I'm going to check the view from here, and I'm going to zoom out and click outside of the house. So that is our kitchen space, and I will turn on the shaded so we can see the color of our cabinets. I'm going to go to our ground floor plan again, and now I'm going to put some countertops, some sink and fridge, and maybe a stove, a range whatsoever. So I'm going to go to component, load family, and I'll go to casework again, and I'll find countertops, and I like this countertop with sink right here, so I'm gonna go with it. and I will spin around until I place this countertop right about here. So I'll place it right here. I'll hit escape 2 times, and I will click this countertop. I will drag this arrow right here. I'll zoom out, and I will drag this arrow right here, and I will zoom out. I will go to this 3D view again to check it out, and it looks pretty fine to me. But as you can see, the window is not in a good location, because at the beginning I tried to put the window above the sink, but we didn't account for that. So we can always like move it here and then move it up. So I want the midpoint of the window to be exactly at the midpoint of the sink. So I'm gonna use the align tool. I will type AL on my keyboard. I'll hover over to the middle. I'll hover over to the middle of the sink. I'll click it, and I will zoom out. I will hover over to the middle of the window, and I will click it again. So this time the window is exactly above the countertop or the sink. I'll hit escape 2 times, and I will go to 3D view 2 again to check it. It is exactly at the middle, but it's still joining over to our countertop. So I'm gonna hit the window, and I will change the sill height into maybe 4 foot to see what it's gonna look like. It's a little bit too high for me. I will change it into 3'6". It's a little bit too, it's still joining that. I don't like it. Maybe I'll change it to 3'8". And there we go. There we have it. We have our sink. It's right under our window, so when you wash your dishes, there's light coming into your space. Over to the ground floor, I want to add a range right here. So I'm gonna go over to our component. I'm gonna load family. I'll click this drop down right here, and I'll click US, and I will find specialty equipment. I will find domestic, and I will find range, and I will hit open. So the range is a little bit too small, so there is maybe some better range. I will load family again, and let's find mid-range to see what's in there. So there's range electric and range gas. Let's go with this range gas one. So there's 30 inches and 36 inches. I want to find a one that says maybe like 48 inches, so we have like a bigger range for us. So range electric is probably gonna be the same. So 30 and 36. I'll load another. So I'll go out, and I will go high end, and I will find maybe something 48. So cooktop. So range 48 inches right here. So it's a more like a high end kind of thing. So open that, and now we have our range 48 inches. And I'm gonna put it right here, but at first I'm gonna have to delete this 48-inch base cabinet. I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll click this one, and I'll hit delete, and I'll go to our component, and I will spin it around by hitting spacebar maybe 2 times, and I will hover over this wall. I'll click it, and I will zoom out. I'll hit escape 2 times. So as you can see, there is a little bit of this space right here. You can always click it. Oh, mouse is malfunctioning again, but I can click it, and I'll hit the move, and I will move it here, and I will zoom out. So I need to add some countertop on this part also. So I'm gonna go to architecture, component, and load family, and I will click this drop down. I will find US, and I will find casework, and I will find our countertops, and I'll hit this normal countertop right here. I'll hit open, and we'll spin it around by hitting spacebar, and I will zoom in here. I will click right here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll click this one, I'll click this arrow, and I will drag it back here, and I will go to our 3D view to check it out. And as you guys can see, our countertop is aligned pretty nice and clean right there. I'll go to our floor plan, and I will click this countertop, and I will copy it from here to here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. and I will go to the 3D view to check them out again. So it looks pretty good for me. Yeah, that's pretty much all the things we need. I'm gonna add maybe another fridge right here. So I'll go to architecture, component, load family, and I will go to this drop down right here. I'll find US and I will find specialty equipment. Double click into it, but my mouse is not letting me do so, but you guys can do it by yourself. I'm gonna go to domestic again, and I will find fridge or refrigerator built-in. Do I want that up on high end? I'll go with this French door right here, and 36 inches. I'll go with 42, and I will spin it around. So there's a space right here. I want to align it to the wall, but I need that space so all the electrical wires can go there. I'll click here and I'll hit escape 2 times. So now we have our refrigerator, and whenever people want to go and eat, they can or not eat, but like get their pantry, they can open here and go here. Okay, I think that this space here might be a little bit too tight for our dining table. Let's check the dimension. So I'm gonna type DI on my keyboard. I'm gonna click here, hover over to this place, hit tab, click here. So it's 9'1". It's not that bad. It can still fit like a dining table there. I'll hit escape 2 times. And now I want to add an island. Add maybe like a diagonal island right here. So I'll hit component. I'll click this drop down. I can go and find my base cabinet, or you can always type your base cabinet double door 2 drawers. I'm gonna find the 30-inch right here, and I can spin it, but I want it to be like a 45-degree angle. So I can click it. Wait, hold on. Before spinning, you guys can see that it's only spinning in 90-degree angle, right? So I want it to be like in a 45-degree angle. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place one right here. I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. I'm gonna click that cabinet. I'm gonna use the rotate command. I wanna click the midpoint right here, and I'm flying the point right here, so it's a straight horizontal line. I'm gonna click it. I'll move it up, and I will type 45. I'll click enter. That is what I want. So I'm gonna go to 3D view 2 and check it out, and that is exactly what I want. So I'm gonna go to our ground floor again, and I will copy this over. So I will copy this one right here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. So that is gonna be our little cabinet space right there. Not cabinet, but island. I'll check the spacing between these two to see if it's enough space. So I'll type DI on my keyboard. I'll hover over to this line. I'll click, and I hover to this corner. I click. Doesn't work very nice with corner, but it's alright. I'll click one more time. Hover over to this space. Hit tab key. Okay, it doesn't work, but you guys can always use this measure tool. So I can click this measure. I'll click this corner. I move it here, so it's over 4 foot. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go measure again. Click this one. It's about, yeah, it's more than 4 foot. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. And now I'm gonna go and add a countertop over this cabinet. Not this cabinet, but this island. I'm gonna go to architecture, component, load family, and I'm gonna click the drop down again. I'm gonna find US, and I will find casework and countertops, and there is countertop island right here. I'm gonna hit open, and I will hover over to this space, and not space but this corner, and I'll hit the space bar so it will align to our cabinet. I'm gonna click right there, and I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. Now I can click it and drag to whatever point I want. So there is no exact distance that we can drag, but we can always find a point to snap. So what I want to do is I'm gonna go to annotate. and detail line, or you guys can type on your keyboard DL. So I'm gonna click from this end. I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna drag out about 1 foot 2 inches. I'm gonna hit enter, and I'll draw like a 45-degree line right here, and I'll hit escape. I'll click this one, and I'll go out here, and I will roll 1 inches, not 1 inches, 1 inch. I'll click here, and I'll draw a line up here. I'll hit escape 2 times. I still want to be in that corner, not corner, but that command detail line, but I accidentally hit the escape. So I'm gonna click this one, create, click this one, mouse is malfunctioning, click this one, create similar, and I'm gonna go from this corner, go down 1 inch, and go horizontally, not horizontally, but like perpendicular, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. So here, 1 inch, enter, and then go the other way, and I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll click this one, I'll drag it to our detail line that we just create, and I'll click this one, I'll drag it over to this detail line, but it's not snapping, so I'll hit escape. I'll click this one, and I will drag it along the line. I'll click this one, and I'll drag it back, and I'll click this one, I drag it here, I'll click this one, and let's drag it here. So now we're at our island. I want to delete the lines that I just created, so I'm going to click it, right click, select all instance, visible in view, and I will hit delete on my keyboard. And if you go to your 3D view tool, this is what our island is going to look like. I'm going to go to our ground floor, and I want to add some, maybe some tall chair. We call it, what do we call? I don't remember the English word for it. But I'm gonna go to architecture, component, load family, and I'm gonna go to this drop down. I'm gonna find US, and I will find furniture again, and I'm gonna find seating, and I will find chair. Is there a good chair for it? Stool. Let's go with stool. So I'm gonna use this lap stool for now. I'm gonna hit open, and I'm gonna move it along this one. I'm gonna hit spacebar. So I think I can fit about 3 chairs to it. I would escape 2 times, so I'm gonna go to 3D view to check it out, and it sure does look very good. So this is our little kitchen right here. You guys can always add like wall cabinets and things like that using the same steps, but for now I'm just gonna leave it like this. So I'm gonna go to our ground floor, and yeah, you guys can do it at the rest at your own time and pace, but for now I'm gonna do it fast, and because the steps are pretty similar. So I want to add like a dining table and chairs right here. So I'm going to go component, load family, and I will find furniture, and I will find table, and I will find like a dining table if there's any. My mouse is malfunctioning, but I'll go with table dining, maybe the table rectangular. I like this one. I'll hit open. 72 by 30, not bad. I'll click right here, and I will load family, and I will find furniture, I will find seating, I'll find chair stacking, this one. I'll hit open, and I will hit spacebar. I'll place 2 right here, I'll hit spacebar and place 1 right here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll select these 2 by holding control key and click these 2. I'll use the mirror command, and I will pick this middle axis so it mirrors to the side. I'll click this one and do the same thing. My mouse doesn't let me do so. Okay, let me change the mouse. I have 2 mouses and none of them are good. Escape 2 times. I go to 3D view, and I can spin at the back. I can kind of see the tables and chairs right there. I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, this mouse is not nice either. Yeah, I can spin around and see our open space right here. I kind of like that. I'm gonna go to the floor plan again, and maybe I will add maybe some chairs and some armchair right here. So architecture, component, load family, seating. So I'll find our sofa. I like this one. I'm gonna hit open, and maybe I will choose this 54-inch sofa or 72. Yeah, 72 seems not bad. I'm gonna click right here, and I want to add like maybe like an armchair. So I will find this 54, but it's a little bit too big for an armchair. So edit type, duplicated. I think an armchair. Okay, I'm gonna look for some info. So armchair size, and I'll go images, and you guys can see. Wait 1 second. Okay, is it still recording? It is still recording. My screen just went off, but I'm glad that it's still recording. Okay, so it is 29 inches wide and 34 inches deep. I'm gonna go back to Revit, and I'm gonna type 29 inches. Hit OK. So the width, I'm gonna do 29 inches, and I'm gonna hit OK, and I'm gonna hit this spacebar key to spin it around. I'm gonna click one right here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll click it, and I'll hit this mirror command, and I'll choose this middle. I want to bring these armchair closer, so I'm gonna hold the control key and select both of them, and I'm gonna move them. I'm gonna use the arrow key to move them back, and I wanna put like a table, a little table right here. I'm gonna go to architecture, component, load family, and click this drop down, furniture, and go find table. So is there any table coffee? Do I like that? Table coffee mission, table coffee mirrors, table drill, table rectangular is the one we did. Table and table dining, table and ground. Okay, I'm just gonna go for this table coffee right here. I'm gonna hit open, and maybe I'll go to this drop down. I'll find 36, 78, and 18 is a little bit too big. How about this one? Yeah, I'll click this one right here. I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll go AL for align, and I'll select the middle line of the armchair, and I'll select the middle line of the coffee table, and I'll hit escape 2 times, and I'll go to my 3D to check out how it looks. So as you guys can see, it is a little bit too high for my liking. I'm gonna click it, and I'm gonna edit type, and I'll change the height, so it's 2'4". I'm gonna go 2 foot 0 inches. Still too high, so I'm gonna edit type, and maybe 1'6", 1'6" inches. Okay, and I think yeah, that's good enough. I would escape 2 times, and that is our table. I'll go to our ground floor again. I'm kind of happy with our overall layout right here. So I'm going to go to our component again, load family, and I'm going to click this drop down, furniture, and I will find storage. I will find credenza right here, and I will hit open, and I'll click this drop down to see if there's any other size. So 72, I think it's not bad. I'll hit this space bar to spin it, so it's against the wall. I'm gonna escape 2 times. It asked me to save. I'm just gonna save. Okay, I'm gonna hit AL on my keyboard. I'm gonna hit it here, and I'm gonna hit the midpoint. I'm gonna escape 2 times, and I'm gonna go to my 3D view. So that's gonna be our TV stand. I'm gonna go to our ground floor, component again, node family, and I will go back one tab, and I will find TV flat screen. You guys can always use this TV stand, but I don't really like it. uh, there's a lot of television type, but I think this flat screen is pretty okay for me. So I'm gonna go open, and I'll click the drop down. There's only 50 inches TV, so I want a bigger TV. I'll edit type, duplicate, and I'll go with a 60-inch TV. And I'll go diagonal, because I think diagonal is what they use to talk about TV. So I'm gonna go OK. I'm gonna spin it, and I'm gonna hover to the space. I don't know, hit space bar. I'll try to find the midpoint right here. Yes. And I'll hit escape 2 times, and I will go to our 3D to check it out. So as you guys can see, it is placed on the floor. So what I will do is I will type AL on my keyboard. I will zoom in here, and I'll click this face, and I will zoom in here, and I will click the bottom face of the TV, or the bottom of the TV stand. I'll click it, and it moves up for us. I'll hit escape 2 times, and there we have it. We have our living room, TV, whatsoever. I'll go to our ground floor, and I will create like a 3D view from here to here. So I'll click here, and I will click camera, and I will click here and go here, and I will zoom out. I will extend these angles, and there we wait 1 second, maybe extend a little bit more, and I will change to shaded, and there we have it. We have our TV. Looks pretty nice. Our TV room, that's our great room or living room or whatever you guys call it. I'll go to our ground floor plan again. Okay, that's our TV, and this is gonna be our powder room. So for our powder room, this is where we're gonna place our toilet and our sink. So I need like a plumbing wall to place it there, because this is a regular 2x4 interior wall, so it's not gonna be enough. So I'm gonna edit type, duplicate, and I'm gonna call this interior 2x6. Hit OK, edit, and over to the thickness, I'm gonna type 5.5 inches, or you guys can type 5 space 1/2 inch, and I'm gonna hit OK, OK again. And now the walls get thicker. I can place my my sink in it. I'm gonna go to component. I'm gonna click the drop down, and I'm gonna find base cabinet. I'll find this 30 inch right here, and I will place it right here. I hit escape 2 times, and I didn't place it properly, so I'm gonna click it, and I'm gonna move it here, and I'm gonna go to architecture, component, load family, and I'll click this drop down. I'll find US, and I'll find our plumbing, and I'll find architecture, fixture, and I'll find sink, and I'll find this sink vanity round, and I'll place it directly at the middle. You guys didn't see it, but it's there, so I'm gonna change it later. So for now, I know that it's there, but I'm gonna change it later. I'm gonna load family, and I'm gonna click this drop down. I'll go US again, and I'll find casework, and I'll find countertops, and I'll find this countertop brown sink hole. I'm gonna hit open, and I will hover it so it goes somewhere right here. I'll click it, and I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll click the countertop, and I will move it into place. And I'm gonna zoom out. I'll go to this arrow again. I'll click camera. I'll click in this corner. I'll drag it out, and I will drag these corner down here. I'll turn to shaded. So as you guys can see, it's going down. So that's the reason why we didn't see the countertop and not the countertop, but we didn't see the sink. So I'm gonna type AL, and I'm gonna click this face right here, and I'll click the bottom face of the countertop so it moves up, and I'll click the top face of the countertop, and I'll hit the top face of the sink so everything is nice and clean. I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll go to our ground floor plan, and now you guys can see our sink. And I'm gonna add the toilet right here. I'm gonna component, load family, click this drop down, US, and I will find plumbing, and I'll find architecture, I'll find fixture, and I will find water closet, and toilet domestic 3D. I'm gonna hit open, and I'm gonna place it right here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. And now we got our powder room nice and clean right there. Not sure if it's gonna be clean, but it's in place. So this is gonna be our laundry room with a washer and dryer. So I need to split this wall. So this part is gonna be the plumbing wall part. So I'm gonna type SL, or you guys can always go to modify and click this thing for split element, and I'm gonna click the outside right here. I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. I'm gonna click this wall, click this drop down, and I'm gonna change it to interior 2x6, and I'm gonna drag this thing back here. I'm gonna click this thing, I'm gonna drag it here so it's nice and clean. And as you guys can see, it's not doing a good job joining here, so I'm gonna click this thing, I'm gonna drag it here, unjoin element, and I will type TR, and I will click these 2 walls, and I will hit escape 2 times. I'll click this thing, and I will drag it here, so now it's joining better. So I'm gonna go to architecture, component, load family, and I'm gonna find this drop down, and I will find US. I will go to specialty equipment, and I will find domestic. I'll go high end, and I will find maybe a washer. So I don't see any washer right here. I'll go back, and I will go to mid range, and I can find dryer front load. Maybe I'll find a washer first. So washer front load right here. I'm gonna hit open, and I'm gonna put it right here. So you guys want to put like a little space at the cursor because they need some space to put some wiring there. I'm gonna hit escape 1 more time, maybe 2 times. Okay, I'm gonna go component again, and I'm gonna load family, and I will find dryer front load. I'm gonna hit open, and I'm gonna hover over to the space and click it. I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. So as you guys can see, I put the washer and the dryer, and the door is kind of obstructing the place here, so we might have to change this one into a pocket door. So I'm gonna hit it, and I'm gonna click this drop down, and I will find door pocket 2 panel wood. I'll give it a 30, maybe 34 by 84, and I will hit flip, so it go over to the side, and it's not very nice. I might have to go back to 30 by 84. Yeah, so now it works. Okay, this is gonna be our walk-in closet from the master bedroom, and this is gonna be our master bedroom, or ensuite. Some people call it ensuite. Okay, I'm gonna put some beds into the master bedroom first. So I'm going to go to component, load family, and I'm gonna take this drop down. I'll find US, and I will find furniture, and I'll find bed, and there are tons of bed types that we can choose. I think I'm gonna go with this best standard. I'm gonna hit open, and I'll click this drop down, and I will find king bed to see if it's gonna fit nicely. So I think it's fitting nicely, like right between the 2 doors. I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. I want it to be directly in the middle of the room, so I'm gonna type DI, and I'll hover over to this wall. I'm gonna hit tab until it highlights this side, and I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna click the middle of the bed, and I will hover over to this wall, and I will hit tab again until it highlights this side. I'm gonna click it, and I'll zoom out. I'll click outside, and I'll hit this EQ button right here, and I will hit escape 2 times. I'll hit this thing. I hit delete, and it says whatever. I'm gonna hit OK. So as you guys can see, it is not the window is not aligned very well. So I'm gonna hit DI, and I'll hit this one, and I'll click outside. Hit escape 2 times. I'll click this thing, and I'll change the dimension into 4 inches. And I'll click this dimension. I delete it, and I'll type DI, and I click this thing, and I click this thing. And I'll click here. Okay, so if I move this thing right here, it's not gonna be nice because like it's obstructing this wall, so I might have to change it into like a smaller size window. I'll edit type, duplicate, and I will change it into 2-foot window. Hit OK, and change the width into 2 foot. Hit OK, and I'll type DI again. Hit this side, click this one, move out, escape 2 times, click it, and I'll type 4 inches, and I will delete that dimension. And now we have a good bedroom. But before that, I'm gonna have to put some bedside table right here. So I can go here, and I can load family, and I can click this drop down, and I can find furniture, and I will find storage. And you guys will see that there isn't a lot of option for our bedside table. So what I would do is I'll hit escape 2 times. You guys can always create your own family, but I suggest at this stage, to save some time, I'm gonna go on the internet to look for a Revit family so I can download it and put into our project. So I will go to the internet right here. I'll click new tab, and I will find bed side table Revit family right here, and I will go to image, and there's a lot of things that we can put. Let's find like a nice one. Is there a nice one? I'm gonna go to this new tab, and wait, hold on, what is this thing? I'm gonna go this site right here into BIM object. BIM object is a good site for Revit family. I'm gonna select this thing. I don't like this model, but I'm gonna select this one. I'm gonna hit copy, and I'll find maybe some, if there's some other family for us. So there isn't a lot of option. I'll close it, and maybe I will close this one. I will go with this one because I think that's our only option. Not only, but there's always a lot. Let's see. I'll right click into that home, and I'll go to new tab, and I will type bedside, and I'll hit enter. I'll close it. Bedside table, nightstand. I'll hit next. I'll close it. A lot of ads, right? Yeah, there isn't a lot. I think I'm gonna just go with this one, and I'm gonna download. They told us to log in. Okay, I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna click this one, and you guys can always create your account, but I'm gonna open this account because this Google account of mine is already logged in. I'm gonna download, and it's logged in, and I'm gonna download RFA. Okay, it's downloaded. It says like 2 because I already downloaded a few times before. You guys should have your own folder and put all your families in there. But okay, I'm gonna go to this Revit file again, and I'm gonna go to component, load family, click it. Okay, my mouse is very bad right now. I'm gonna click this drop down, and I will find downloads, and I will find this bedside table. See, like I already downloaded one once before, so I will right click this one, and I will delete it. And my screen computer just went off again, but I hope it's still recording. 1 second, let it go up. I think it is still recording. It's at 50 minutes, so we're good. I'll delete this one. Delete. And I'll go to this one. And I'm gonna hit open. It's loading, so it is there. I'm gonna place it here. I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll place it here, and I'll click the move command. I'll move it here, and I'll move it closer to our bed. And I will copy it to the other side. And I'll hit escape 2 times. And now we got our table. You guys can put the TV here, but I think what I am gonna do is maybe I'll put like a vanity table, or maybe a wardrobe whatsoever. I think I'm gonna put a vanity table. I'm gonna go architecture, component, node family, and I'll click this drop down. Local to C, program data, Autodesk, Revit, RVT 2026, library, English. Oh, not English, but English Imperial, US, and I will find furniture, and I will find storage. Wait, let me see. There's a carpet, piano, television. So there's a lot of things you guys can add. I'll find storage, and I will find a dresser or a wardrobe. Yeah, I think I like this wardrobe. I'm gonna hit open, and I'll hit spacebar until it goes in the middle. I'm gonna click here, and I hit escape 2 times. There's gonna be a wardrobe for us, and nice. Okay, maybe I'll place this. I'll move this wardrobe to the corner, and then I'll go component, and I will find shelf. Find this one, and I will put our little shelf right here. I'll hit escape 2 times. Maybe a bigger one. 84, that's too big. I'll hit Control Z. I think a little shelf is good enough. So we got our bedroom. So now I can go ahead and put stuff in our washroom. So our ensuite. Okay. So first of all, I'm gonna go to component, and I'll put 2 sink. But before that, I'm gonna hit escape 2 times. I wanna copy these things and put it here. So I'm gonna hold my control key, click, click, and click, and I'll hit copy, and I will copy it here. I'll hit escape 1 time only, and I'll hit the spin, not spin but rotate. I'll find this midpoint. I'll hover over to this side until it's a straight horizontal line. I'll click it, I'll spin, and I'll type 90. I will move that boy from here to here, and I will move this door like right here. I'll click it, I'll click move, and I will move it about right here. And as you guys can see, when I do that, the floor finish is still there, so it has to change as well. So I'm gonna hover over to the door. I'm gonna hit tab until I can select the carpet. So I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna hit edit boundary. I'm gonna click this thing, and I'm gonna move it back here. And no, not back there, but I have to move this boy down here. And I'll move this boy from here to here, and I'll hit check mark, and I'll hit don't attach, and I'll hit escape 2 times, and I will click 3 of these boy again, and I'll hit copy. I'll click this angle, but not angle, but corner, and I will place it here. So I want two sink in our master bathroom, or our ensuite, whatever you guys call it. And I want to create like an enclosed space here for our toilet. So I will click architecture, wall, and I'll click this drop down, and I will find interior 2x4, and I will draw from ground floor to second floor, and I will click maybe from here, and let's test it out. And I'll click maybe 5'2", and I'll click here, escape 2 times, and I'll click door. I'll click this one, and I will find single swing interior single 4-panel wood, and I'll find maybe 30 by 84, and I will hover over here, space here, escape 2 times, and maybe I will move this door a little bit here by using my arrow key. This boy here, and I will go to component, click this drop down, and find toilet, and I will put my toilet here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. Okay, so what I didn't do is that I didn't change this thing into a plumbing wall, because we will need these boys for plumbing as well. These boys need plumbing, so I'm gonna click it. I'm gonna change it from 2x4 to 2x6, and I'm gonna have to move these boys. Move them out here first, and then move them back in. "5" I want them to be 4". DI here 3". Escape 2 times, click it, change it into 4". Click it, delete. Okay, and I'm gonna have to move these 2 boys so that they are here, and we're gonna hover over to this line right here. I'm gonna hit tab key, I'm gonna click it, edit boundary, and it is good. It follows the wall for us. I'm gonna hit tab key, don't attach, escape 2 times, and I will delete this boy, and I will go architecture, component, and I will spin it. I want it to be here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. And how big is this space here? I will tap 2'10". How much is 2'10"? 2'10" in mm. 863, so it's not bad. I'll close this one, and I think this space is good enough for a shower place. So I'm gonna extend this wall, and I will click this architecture wall. I'll click this one, go here, escape 2 times. And how big is this space? 7'5". I'll type DI, I'll click here, I'll hover over here, click here, click this one, and I will type 4". I'll delete this one, and I will click this one. I'll type CS for create similar, and I can see that it's not gonna fit, so I'm gonna have to put a pocket door here. So door pocket, maybe it's a shower, so it doesn't have to be that big. 26. Click it here, and it's good. I think I'm happy with it. So this is gonna be our shower place, and I think I can wait. Let me see if that's okay. I'm gonna delete it. This is not very good. I will hit TR, and I will trim this part. And I'll click this one, and I will drag it here. Is it enough for a good shower? That's a question. So 4'9". I think 4'9" is not bad for a shower place. I don't know. You guys let me know. And I'm gonna click this thing and I will hit mirror. So it's still too small. Let's see. I'm gonna hit Control Z. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good enough. So how big is this space? 5'1". This space I was gonna put like a bathtub there, but now I think let me find a better way. Is there a better way for us to do it? Because now if I put the bathtub there, it's not gonna fit. I'll type DI. A bathtub needs to be, I think, 5 foot. Escape 2 times. I'm gonna type 5 foot. And DI. This thing is gonna be 4 inches. And I'm gonna delete these 2 lines. And yeah, I think now it's good enough to be put a bathtub right there. I'm gonna architecture, component, load family, and I'll take this drop down US and I will find plumbing, architecture, fixture, shower, no, bathtub. So I'm gonna use this rectangular 3D. Hit open, and I will hover over to this part, and I'll hit escape 2 times. So it fits nicely, but I have to change this thing into a plumbing boy. Yeah, I think that works nicely. Maybe this window can be here a little bit better to the middle, and I think that works nicely. I'm gonna move this door over. I'm gonna move it over here, and I'll hover over to the floor ceramic tile. I'll click edit battery, and I'll hit control and choose these 2 nines, and I'll move them here. I'll hit check mark and don't attach. So we are designing and putting stuff together at the same time. So this is our master bedroom, or our ensuite as you guys call it. We go in, there's 2 sinks, there's a shower place, there's a bathtub, there's a toilet, so everything is nice and separated. There's also a walk-in closet, so that people can put their stuff, their clothes in it, and it's nice. I think it's nice and clear. Okay, so now our mud room. There's not a lot in our mud room. I want to put like a bench right here. So let's check the dimension by typing DI and hover over to the side, hit tab, click, hover over to the side, hit tab, click, and it's 3'1" and 3/4 inches. I'm gonna go to component, load family, and click this one, find US, and let me find a bench. So I hope that there's gonna be a bench somewhere. Bench locker room. Okay, I am happy with that. I'm gonna hit open. Okay, I'm gonna hit edit type, duplicate, and I'm gonna change the width to 3'1" and 3/4 inch. So I'm gonna hit the width 3'1", 3/4 inch. Okay, and I can fit it nicely in here, and I'll hit escape 2 times. I'll click this one and I will delete it. So you guys can have like a bench when you need to go out. You guys can go to this door, sit down, wear your shoes whatsoever, and then boom, you guys head to the garage and go. Okay, so one thing that I missed when I think in the last episode is that I didn't put the stairs from the garage to the mudroom. So I think I'm gonna have to put a stair there. So I'm gonna go over to our stair command and click this drop down, and I will find this one right here. And our base constraint is going to be average grade. Our top level is going to be our ground floor. I'll hover over here, and our actual run width, I think I'll go with a 3'6" stair, and I will find the middle of the stair, click it, and I will click here, hit check mark, and I will close it. Is it too small? I think it's fine. 3'6", not bad. And I think I'll go 4 foot. I'll click the stair. Okay, I want to click it, but my mouse is very bad. I would escape. Edit stair, and I will click it. And it says 3'6" right here. I'm gonna click it, and I'm gonna type 4. I'm gonna type 4. Okay, mouse 4 foot, and I'm gonna hit check mark. I think now it is better. Is it 4 foot? I'm gonna check. 3'10". 4 foot. There we go. Check mark. Is it 4 foot now? Please. That's 4'4". Okay, it's good because the stringer is 2 inches, so 4'4" is good enough. Yes. And as you guys can see, the stair direction is not correct. I'm gonna hit it, and I'm gonna find this arrow, and I'm gonna flip it, so it should be like that. And there we have it. We have our stairs that lead into our mud room, and I think our ground floor, our ground floor furniture is good. Unless you guys want to put some furniture at the back, so you guys can put like a barbecue place here. I think that is what I'm gonna put. So I'm gonna go over to our component. I'm gonna load family, and I will find US furniture. I will find table, and I will find table round. Table dining round with chairs. I like this one, and I will choose maybe 60-inch diameter. That's too big. I'm gonna go with a 36-inch diameter. I'll put one right here. I'll hit escape, and I'll put like a range as a barbecue. So I'll click here, and I will find range 48-inch, and I will find grill center left, and I'll hit spacebar, and I will place it somewhere here. So it's our barbecue place. I would escape 2 times, and I will go to 3D, and there we have it. It's very simple, but yeah, you guys can always add more things to it. Very nice. I like it a lot. I'll go to our ground floor, and I'll check if we are missing anything else. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the ground floor. I will close all of these views, and I will go to the second floor. And our second floor is a mess because it's underlay on the ground floor. So at first I'm gonna click this one, and I'm gonna hit the line, and I'm gonna go over to our underlay, and I'm gonna turn off it so it's better. So okay, what am I gonna do is I'm gonna add furniture to each room. So this is a bedroom right here. I'm gonna go component. I'm gonna find bed, and let's find a queen bed. Is a queen bed gonna fit here? It's gonna fit nicely. Click here, escape 2 times, and I'll go component. I'll click here, and I'll find bedside table, spacebar here, escape 2 times, click it, move it here, move it here, copy it here, escape 2 times, and maybe I want to put like an armchair right here and a table right here. Architecture, component, click here, and I will find sofa, 29-inch right here. Hit escape 2 times. I want to click it. I want to hit rotate, and I'll hit the midpoint, and let's rotate it 45 degrees and move it like here. And I will hit architecture, component, click this one, find desk, and I'll go with a 60 by 30. Maybe I'll place it right here. Escape 2 times, and let's move this boy right here. And I'll hit component, click this one, and find chair stacking, and find a midpoint, and there we go. And I'll go to 3D and check it out. So 3D at the front, we can see our bed right here spinning around. Our table is not at the right size, so I'm gonna hit ground floor, not ground floor but second floor. I'll click this thing, and I will hit mirror right here. Oh, my bad. Click this thing. My mouse is terrible. And I'll hit mirror right here. I'll click this thing. I'll delete it. I'll click this thing. I'll move it back here. Escape 2 times, and I'll go 3D and check it out again. And right now our table is good. I'll go to second floor, and I'll do the same thing here. So I'll go architecture, component. Maybe this bedroom, I'm just gonna put a smaller bed. I'll do a double bed. And maybe this bedroom doesn't need like bedside tables whatsoever. And I'll copy these 2 boys here. I'll hold control and click these 2, and I'll hit copy. And maybe I'll put this boy in the corner right here. I'll hit escape 2 times. Nice. And now we move to the bathroom right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to our ground floor, and I'm gonna zoom into this boy right here. So I'm gonna click these 2 boys, not 2 but 3 boys, hold control and find 3 of them. I'm gonna type Control C on my keyboard, go to my second floor, type Control V, and I'll place them right here, and I'll hit escape. And I'm gonna select it by cursor like this, and then I'm gonna click this to rotate, find a midpoint, and I'll rotate it 90 degrees this side, and I'll move them from here to here, and I'm gonna copy them again. I'll copy another one here, and let's check the side. Let's check the so 3'10", 3'10". Okay. I'm gonna have to click this boy, and I will have to click this one, and I will have to click this one. Hit escape 2 times, and I'll click this boy, and I will change them into interior 2x6. And I'm gonna cursor this boy, and I'm gonna move them back here, and I'm gonna move them back to here. I'll click this boy, and I will drag them back here. Click them and drag them back here. Unjoin element, and I will type TR on my keyboard, and I will TR these boys. Escape 2 times. Click it here. Move it here, and I'll hover over to the finished floor of this one. So I'll find an edge, and I will keep hitting the tab key until it says floor ceramic tiles. I'll click it, and then edit boundary, and I'll move it back here. Click and move it back here. Check mark, don't attach. Okay. Okay, maybe just one sink, maybe 2 sink is a little bit too much. So I'm click this drop down and find toilet, spin it and put it here. And how big is this boy? 6'1". So that is good for a shower pan. Go to component, load family, click this drop down, find US, furniture. Not furniture, but it's supposed to be plumbing, I think. Plumbing. architecture, fixture, bath, shower right here. Shower stall 2D. So too bad that we don't have a 3D shower stall. But what we can do is I'm gonna go to the internet and find a shower pan. And I think I like this one. I'm gonna right click it, open a new tab, and I'm gonna copy this and go to my I think this one. Did I log in? Okay, I'm gonna have to log in. So Revit City, you guys are gonna have to create an account, and I'm gonna download. And I already downloaded them one. Okay, component, load family, and I'm gonna find my download shower pan. Hit open, and I'm gonna move them here. Escape 2 times, click it, move it to the corner like this, and drag it here. Escape 2 times, and we have our bathroom. And this is another bed, another bedroom. Okay, so I'm gonna go architecture, component, and click the drop down and find bed. Just a double bed is good enough. Is the side better? I think the side is better. Click somewhere here. Escape 2 times. Click here, and I'm gonna hit mirror like this and find this midpoint. And I'm gonna click these 2 things. I'm gonna use my arrow key to move it out here, and I'm gonna click this move command and move it to this corner. Escape 2 times, and we are good. I think this is a very good place for a very good bedroom kind of thing. Very private. And this space right here, I want to use it as like a reading space. So go to architecture. Okay, at first I want to know like the distance between these walls. So I want to type DI, hover over to this wall, hit tab, click, hover over to this wall, hit tab, click. So 7 foot 1 and 5 inches. I'm going to component, click this drop down, and I will find shelf. And I will click this one, edit type, and I will duplicate it. And the width is gonna be 7 foot 1, 7 foot 1 and 5/8 inches. Delete. I will copy this boy, hit OK, and I will change the width into this boy. And I will place it right here, and I will escape it. It fits nicely. I'll hit this one, I'll hit delete. And I will go this one. I will find my armchair. So sofa, not sofa, my bad. And I will click maybe like this. Like this. And escape 2 times. I'll go to component and I will find table. Is there any good table? Table coffee right here. And I will find one right here. Maybe I'll move this one down a little bit, and I mirror it back here. And not very nice, is it? I'm going to delete it. Click this one. CS will create similar, and I'll put it here, maybe here. So we have our little reading space right here. Very nice and bright. You can read really nice there. Let's see. Yeah, you guys can see it from here. Yep. And this balcony, it is, I think that is a very nice place for, let's see what we can do there. Hold on. I think it's a very nice space for a seating kind of area to like relax kind of thing, you know. So I'm gonna put like maybe like another sofa kind of thing here. So component sofa, 72 inches, and this is gonna be a very good hangout place. Escape sofa, find 229. click this one, hit mirror, hit here, and architecture component, and I will find table. I'll find this one. Is that too big? No, not that one. I think it's this one. I'll place it roughly. Okay. Maybe I'll use this one. I'll place it roughly here, but it's too big, so I'm gonna have to change the size of it. So I'll click this one, enter type, and width 2'6" is good enough. Then 6 foot, height 1'6". Okay. The width is still a little bit too big. The width, I'm gonna go 5 foot. So I'm gonna rename it 5 foot by 1 foot. By how much? By width, by length, yes. By 2'6", by 1'6". Okay, I'm gonna go 3D and check it out, and it's there. Very nice. Is there any other things that we can add there? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think for now it is good enough. But it can always be some place where you hang out, and yeah. Okay. So I think that is it for today's episode. It is a very long episode. I know it is 1 hour and 21 minutes. But as you guys can see, we did a lot of stuff for this episode. We have fully furnished the whole house, and we put some fascia board, some gutters, and we fully furnish our ground floor, including our office right here, a full kitchen, and dining room, living room, barbecue, or not barbecue, but back rear deck area, master bedroom, powder room, washroom, not washroom, but like laundry room, ensuite. Our moving to the second floor, we got our 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, a bathroom, a breathing space, a balcony. So there's a lot of things that we did today. It's a long episode, but I hope you guys can go through it smoothly. If you guys have any question, leave it in a comment and I will respond to it. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I think the next episode we will get to the site stuff, the stuff on the site, like the topography, the street, or whatever it is. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will get to you guys in the next episode.